Book review: URAMIYA HONPO, Revenge by Proxy, written by Khatzumoto, posted in January of 2009. It's been a while since the last edition of Khatsumoto's book list. Maybe it'll be a monthly list again, maybe seasonal, maybe just whenever. Funnily enough, I'd feel kinda guilty about recommending books to people. I felt like I'd become a book pusher of sorts. But you know what? Screw that. It's not like people are being forced to buy them. Plus, kids keep sending me email after email asking me to recommend them books, and now I enjoy getting opinions on books before buying them. My friends are tired of hearing me talk about books, so why not post about it? Rather than recommend books in one large post, I'd like to try focusing on one book at a time. There's enough to say about each book that this approach makes sense. URAMIYA HONPO. Title: URAMIYA HONPO. Format: manga, serialized, paperback. Author: Kurihara Shosho. Furigana: unfortunately none whatsoever. Genre: somewhat beyond classification. In Japanese, the work around which this story centers is called Fukushu Dai Kogyo, revenge by proxy, if you will. Veracity: fiction. Color: black and white. Illustrations: it's a manga, champ. Notes: multi-volume series, 20 volumes total. As far as I know, the series is over now. This is one of the least well-known and most underrated manga of all time, especially considering that it runs a solid 20 volumes. It's somewhat like a Ben Stiller of manga. It's good and has been good for a long time. It even gets distributed through mainstream channels, but somehow it's never at the top of public consciousness. The artist's drawings are amateurish in the bad sense of the word. Look at those legs! What the long happened to those legs? And why does she have man hands? In a way, it's kind of inspiring that one could suck so hard at drawing and still be a real mangaka. However, his stories are da bomb. Kuri can write. I am, quite literally, addicted to this series. It's weird because structurally, every story is quite simple. Revenge is taken at the request of a client, so you kind of know the general destination. However, the journey is one heck of a ride, spinning twist after twist after turn after twist. Kurihara never does what you expect him to. Every story leaves you thinking, no way. The violence, the coldness, and the plausibility of the stories are just, as Dave Chappelle might phrase it, too real for you, Billy. This may sound a bit weird, but I actually find this series quite educational. There's plenty of casual discussion of civil and criminal law, and even the structure of the police force. The book doesn't set out to educate, it's just that you pick up a thing or two as you read on. Also, the violence is actually indirectly critical of violence. No one ever comes out and says it explicitly, but the ultimate implication is that hate only breeds more hate, and that we should all just be nice to each other. You may need quite a high level of Japanese to fully enjoy it all, but like I've said before, focus more on your interests than your level. Another strong point is the fact that while there is an overarching plot, each individual story more or less stands alone. Where American TV and comics have traditionally tended to have a shortage of sequentiality, Japanese comics, I think, have slightly too much of it. Once in a while, it's nice to have a manga that you can jump into from anywhere. Finally, there is also an equally engrossing live-action TV drama adaptation composed of 12 30-minute episodes, plus 2 movie-length specials. As far as I know, the specials are not included in the main DVD box set. The first special is available here. The second won't be out on DVD until Marchish, but can be reserved. The TV show follows the manga quite faithfully, but of course with some necessary omission, as well as some very skillful compression and mixing of separate stories from the manga into the feature-length specials. One more thing, there is a spin-off/sequel manga series now in serialization. URAMIYA HONPO Tsukurama Fusuke. I haven't read it yet.